Hello and welcome to Stretch. Today we're going to go head to toe and we're going to start standing. Basically, what we're going to do is release and open. And I wanted to start head to toe because we always start in the bottom. And I'm always afraid that I'm not getting enough done for your upper body, which is always engaged, right? So we're going to start by warming up a little bit because going right into those muscles might be a little shocking. So I'd like you to just swing and move side to side. And we'll just get some blood going through our bodies. And then the stretches will be going into a warmer body than a cold one, right? Good. Keep going and breathe all through this. It doesn't have to be big and dancy, not big movements. We're just trying to pump blood around. And I want to remind you to stay within the limits that work for you. I know that we're very flexible in our shoulders, but there's sometimes we take it a little too far. Let's do 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now come to the center and we're going to roll back for 8. 1, 2, just small ones. 3, we're not going to the bigger ones yet. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Forward. 1, soft knees, right? 2, you don't want to be pushed up. 3, you want to be soft. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And swing the arms and the hips. Good. Just get warm. Nice. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, come to the center. Your legs are about sit bone to hip width apart, heads over tailbone, belly button to the spine. We're going to start with the very top of the head. I just want you to look to one side, the center, then the other, and center. Breathe it and breathe. Good. Keep your head over your tailbone. No pitching forward. Make sure your feet are touching the floor in the front and in the back. So you're not on the front of your feet. You're not on the back of your feet. You're right there touching with your toes and your heels. Nice. And then come back to the center and take it. We're just going to go as far as our body's going to go without a tug, right? We're just leading that head over. Let gravity take it. Just warming it up before we go and try to push it into any positions, right? Nice. Take it over. 8 and 7. Center. 6, 5. Get that breath in there. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Bring it to the center. Now let's go into something a little bit deeper. You can keep this hand on your hip. Bring the other hand all the way over the ear. Take a nice deep breath. And then take another inhale. And then exhale and guide it across. There we go. And just hold. Don't push yet, right? We just want to hold. Breathe into it. Let's just feel that hold. Even if it starts to feel easy, I want you to stay in that place. And another big breath. One more. Now take the hand across, a little bit of a stretch in the lat, and then take the hand over the head again. And now we're going to give it a little bit more air. It's going to go further. You're going to feel it. 3 breaths here. Feel that separation between the ear and the shoulder. Again, don't take it to a place of pain. You're just trying to release. And then one more reach across, and then one more pull down. See, you can see how much further it has gone since the very first one because we're being gentle with it, right? Last breath. And then bring it back to center. Let's do that on the other side. Take the ear over, the hand is on the hip. Big inhale and exhale. Good, just as far as it could go. See how small the extension is when I just follow what my neck wants to do. 3 breaths. So this should tell you how one stretch, let's take it up and then over again. One stretch doesn't do enough for us, doesn't take us as far as we can go. So all those stretches we do at the ends of classes, those are just fractional. So during the day, you can even, again, and then over. Good. You can take your arm across your head and just let yourself breathe into it. 3 breaths. And last one, and then bring it back to center. So it should feel a little looser now, right? So I want you to tuck it into the corner, right here, into the corner of your shoulder. So you're stretching through the back of that cervical vertebrae. So right here, we're not applying pressure. Again, this is just what gravity will do with you. Both the arms are down. And then bring it back to center. You're going to take it over again if you want to. You don't have to. Put your hand at the bottom of your head and give your head extension. I want your head to extend because that extends away from the base of the neck. So feel like it's going up into the corner. And you'll feel this down your shoulder too and down your lats as it connects to the lats here through the shoulder blade. And then release it up, and we're going to the other side. Tuck it into your wing, right? And just breathe for 3. Bring it back up to center. And again, this is optional. If you feel too much pressure, don't put your hand there. And then bring it up. Now it's going to feel even looser. Now we're taking it down the center. So first push your chin out and then take it to your chest and then hold it right there. And what you're going to feel is the elongation of that cervical curve. 3 breaths. Then bring it up, put both hands behind, and then take it down. Not too much pressure, just a little bit of suggestion of pressure. I really don't want you to jam it. Jamming is the word we're trying to stay away from. Jam is only good for toast and peanut butter. And then bring it up, and then we should have it loose. Now, what I'd like to do is curl up under your rib cage and then let your arms drop and just swing, take your head side to side, shake your head side to side, just to release yourself from all that pressure. And then curl yourself back up. Let's put our arms out to the side, open our legs a little bit more, and then soften the knees. So we're going to wipe across on one side for 4, 3, and 4. And then to the other side. 1. Again, this is a warm-up exercise to get your muscles ready to stretch. 3 and 4. Now we're going to take the hand over to the other side and just hold it. If you don't have to have it palm on palm, just where it can reach. So breathe into it for 3. Let's look toward it. Even though your chest is forward, let's look toward that hand. And then bring it back, and we're going to take it again. And as you see, it'll go a little bit further. And then open it up, and then put it on it again and move it up to across from your eye. That's why I want you to look over here. So it's like in between your eyes right now, stretching it out. Now I want you to bend the elbows and then take it out for one more set. Bring the arm back out, let it drop and swing. And you're going to feel that one's a little looser than the other one. And then bring the other one across. And again, it does not need to be palm on palm. Mine's not even going to get there. Look toward it. 3 breaths. Take it out, and let's take it again. Take it out, and again, and then move it up between your eyes. Bring the elbows in and then extend them. Again, 3 breaths. Open them up and back to center and let it come down. Now we're going to roll our shoulders back, putting the elbows into it. So take it back for 8. 1, it's a lot looser. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to combine those shoulders with the triceps and biceps. So I want you to take the hands together, cross them and then put the palms together. So we have my left hand over my right hand. Right hand is under. And just take it forward a little bit. I don't want you to pull it forward, no winging. Just take it forward a little bit to feel a stretch and breathe into it 3 times. And then let's take it to the first ear. And bring it back through the center to the second ear. That's a bigger stretch on the other side. Keep your face forward so you know where your ear is. Bring it back to center. Switch the dominant hand. Good. Take it over to the second ear. Extend it through. Really reach. Good. Then over to the first ear. Bring it back to center. Separate them and let them fly down. They'll be happy to release. There we go. Now we're taking the hand behind the shoulder, not the middle of the back. We're pressing on the muscle, not the joint. It's a very light pressure at this point. Release it down and take that same hand up the middle of your back. So you're doing both sides of it. 3 breaths. So it's a little bit more open in the shoulder here. So if that's not comfortable for you, stay with the top thing. Then release it down, put it to the front, flip that thumb to the floor. Release it and then rotate the wrist 4 times and then the other way. Now take those fingers and just wave those digits and then the other way and then hand waves front and back. That wrist all happy and the other way. Feels funny, right? And then bring it down. All right, if you put your hands out in front of you, you'll find that that arm is longer than the other one. Let's do the same thing on the other side. First of all, right behind your shoulder, not in the middle back, push on the muscle, not the joint, 3 breaths. And then take it down and up the middle of the back. Good. Good job. Nice. Take it out in front of you and take it under. Good. And then we're going to rotate those wrists 4 times. And then the other way. Fingers are going to play piano. Turn them upside down, turn them down and under, and then our waves. The other way. Yeah, like you're catching mosquitoes. And then our arms are the same length and let them float down. So let's add on to that now that we have more flexibility by wrapping one arm around the other. Try to do palm on palm or hand on palm, whatever you can do. Right here at the chest, you don't want to go higher or lower. You want to have it come out exactly at the shoulders. And release it down and rotate the other way. And then release it down. Let's take our arms out to the side, soften those knees even more, and we're just going to take the upper body side to side, warming up for more openings in that the shoulder blades, the chest, down the back, side to side. The bottom doesn't move at all. 8 more. 8, 7, head over tailbone. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I want you to push to one side for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, breathing, 7, and 8, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hands on the hips, chest is going to go forward and back. Now we're not winging on this. We're just opening and closing, right? So we're not winging those shoulders. We're opening the chest and closing the chest. So we're not pushing the elbows back. Opening and closing. Good. Let's do 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now, I want you to go to your right-hand corner or the first corner to the other corner, back, over, up, over, back, over, up, over, back, over, up, over, back, over. Now we're going to start back. So you can start on any side, over, front and front, back, side, front and front, back, side, front and front. Last one, front, and hold it here. Bring your hands down, soften those knees, bring one arm up. We're going to slide down that leg and just as far as we can go and hold it. Now we're into the lats. So the knees are soft, especially the outside knee, because that's going to give you more flexibility. Just that straight arm for now. Just feel what you can feel and breathe into it. Then bring it back up, lower the arm, and then bring it up again and go for a curl down. All right, again, that soft knee, so we're going to get a little bit more flexibility. Keep the shoulder open. That's really, really important to anchor into that open shoulder. And then bring yourself up, and then we're going to do a slight rotation. So I want you to take your hand to the back of your thigh, come down, and just rotate toward the hip. So you get the back, the lat, back, shoulder blade connection. So that rotation should feel really, really good. All right, just hold that there, and then bring it back up and bring that arm down. Ooh, that was significant. All right, let's go to the other side on that. Straight across the corner of the room. And again, of course, we're going to have different flexibilities on each side. 2, 3, and then bring it down. And then again to the curl down. Stay open. That's the hardest part, right? And then bring it up, put that hand behind the thigh, and let's go into a slight rotation here, not a big one. I'm looking down at my toes. And then bring it back up and lower down. All right, we're going to do a side twist here. So I want you to come up to the center and open to the side. So you're doing that instead of the bending down side twist, you're doing a nice open side twist right here. Just hold it. Bring it back to center and bring it back down, and then we're going to add to that. So inhale up, exhale out, put the hand on the thigh and the arm over the ear and a little bit of a back bend. And again, you can soften those knees. Keep your head to the side. Then bring the arm up and back to center, and then you're going to come up, and you're going to take your hands as far to the back as you can, almost like you're doing a spinal twist. All right, so this should only be comfortable. And then bring it back up and lower those arms. Let's do that to the other side. Take it up and out to that nice side twist. Breathe 3 times. Bring it up and out to the side with your hand on your thigh, and you're doing a little bit of a back bend, keeping everything open. 3 breaths. And then bring it back up. And then we're going to try to take a standing spinal twist by taking the arms behind us, hand on the hip, other hand on the other side, and breathe. And then bring it back up, and then we're going to just take a curl over an elephant swing. This is going to release from what you just did. Just that elephant swing, not too far over. We're not bent all the way over yet. Just breathe through it and then bring yourself up and 4 rolls back. And then 4 rolls forward. I like to make sure that we release whatever we need to do after each stretch so that we find that our find that our body responds, to all of this. Okay, so we're going to do a side by side again, side to side. 3, just 4, and 4. Hold it over here. Hold it over here. Take it a little farther. Take it a little farther. And then bring it back to center. Take it to the other side with 3 moves. 2 and 3. And bring it back to center. I want you to come back over into your little slight bend. You're pulled up under. You're taking your core up under your rib cage and then, or up under, and then dropping forward. Just letting it hang. Ooh, I know there's language there. Now from here, I just want you to lift each arm very slowly, alternating. Nice. Just playing with range of motion. We're just going to do 4 sets of these before we go into back work. Nice. And last set, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Okay, so from here, bringing the legs closer together and coming over into a flat back. Now, in this flat back, what I'd like you to do is reach your head across the room and lengthen that back long, long, long. Just lengthen it. I want you to feel it lifting off the lumbar, right? And your head is going across the room. Nice. Now take your hands off and we're going to do alternations here. So what this does is while we're in this position, it gives us oxygen and blood flow into the back. So when we try this again, our back should go a little bit farther. And last 2, and put your hand back there, and you can take your back a little farther now. Just reach through, the head goes across. You can push against your thighs to create counter stretch. Good. And let's do one more time, just 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then, yep, there goes just a little bit more. Great. Beautiful. Now sliding down to halfway fold, so you're at the shin position, and hold it right there. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. We're going to do cat-cow when we get down, so we're not going to do it here. But I want you to do that elongation. Where I want you to feel this is releasing from your hips as well as your back. So reach that leg, that head forward. Good. Then you're going to flap your wings 4 times. 2, 3, and 4, and then back and push forward just a little bit more. Good. And we're going to flap our wings again, see what else we can get. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and then bring it down one more time out. And now pull through that belly and bring yourself up. We are going to open up those legs. Yay. And then we're going back to that forward fold, and then over to one side with our hand, and up to the ceiling with our other hand for a simple stretch. And just hold it right there for 3 breaths. Come back to the center and push into the floor and curl up into cat. And then lower and come back to it. See if you can get a little bit more of a turn. 2 is your chest going closer to your thigh. And 3, bring it back down. Do that one more time, cat up. And then lower. And the last one on this side. Try to get that chest more directed toward that thigh. And then bring it back down and walk it across. All right, let's go with the simple stretch here. Oh, nice, feels so good. Some sides need it more than others. And then lower it down, come back to the center, curl into cat. That releases your back. And then again, open up. And right to center, curl up. And again, get that chest as close to that thigh and open as you can. Whatever you can do is fine. And then bring it back down. I'd like your hands in the middle, but you heel toe those feet in, so sit bone width apart. Put your hands behind your ankles and just hang. Breathe into it. Don't push or anything yet. We're just going to create some strength here. Then we're going to lift up, eagle lift. We're going to bring up big vulture, right? And then come back down and do it again. You can have a slight bend in your knee, that's fine. It's going to give you more flexibility. Vulture up again, and then bring it back down. Let's now give it a little tug. Let's do one more vulture. And then the last one. And you've got your maximum for this morning or this afternoon, whenever you're doing it. Stretch. Okay, let's bring ourselves to our knees. Right here on our tabletop, but I want to take you into child pose first, just to get you a little bit more open for this lower work. All right, so sit back first on your parallel legs and walk your arms forward. And just try to get your head close to the mat, your glutes close to your ankles, your arms lying across the mat. Good, and breathe into it. Nice. So much release happening. And I feel so much more open than when I usually do this. This is great. We're going to get all that open release. All right, come to your tabletop, and we're going to do our cat-cow. We're going to do a couple of different versions of it. Straighten my mat out. So you have your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, and you're going to inhale, bottom and chin up. This is the standard version. So you're opening your chest, you're pushing your glute and head together. And then you're exhaling, opening the back, separating those shoulder blades, taking the chin to the chest, pushing the tailbone away. So you're separating the head and the glutes. Let's put them back together again. Second time for this, second and last time for the standard one. And then exhale. Beautiful. So I want you into your toes, and you're going to inhale, bottom and chin up. And when you exhale to curl up like a cat, I want you to, if you can, come off the floor. So that separates your shoulders even more. So your knees are hovering. If you can't, that's fine. And then lower it down. Back to cow. Keep your arms nice and long, and let's bring it back to cat again. Lifting off the floor. All right, bring it down. Now, I'd like you to take one hand, cross over the other hand, and sit back into child pose. So the big stretch is at, not there. The big stretch is in that opposite, that long shoulder, right? But also in those lats. Just breathe and breathe and breathe and breathe. You're going to find your body just naturally going back. You don't have to push it. It's going to be really happy to do this. Bring it back up to center. Then you're putting them back under and then crossing the other one over and sit back. And keeping your body centered. All right, bring it back up. You're going to take one hand forward, sticking the fingertips into the mat, the elbow off the floor, and sitting back. The other elbow will reach the mat while you sit back, and then you can feel the serratus. We're getting a stretch here that we don't normally get in our stretches, so this is an important one. I want to do that one more time on the same side. Bring the hand in and rock forward and back for 3. And then take that out again, and then sit back into it. You're going to find it a little less shocking this time. It's like, what the heck is going on? It's your forehead on the floor. You're pushing back with your glutes. Yeah. Oh. Now, bring that elbow to the floor and slide it in and sit back into regular child pose. Good. Come back to the tabletop and rock it for 3. Other hand, claw into the floor, sit back. The other elbow goes down, the head goes toward the floor, the glutes go back, the feet are soft in the back. And you draw that in and we rock 3 times, giving us some fuel, and then reach again and then take it back again. So your shoulders and your lats and your shoulder blades have had several different kinds of stretches today. All right, and then slide that back in. I want you to reach both hands to one corner of the mat, drop your hips away, take the feet to the other corner of the mat, and pull back through your belly. There should be a nice alignment here, knee over knee, hip over hip, elbow over elbow, shoulder over shoulder, reaching back. Okay, you're going to bring the arms straight out of your chest. Bring your knees right up to across from your hips. You can lay your head on the floor and then bring your arms around, and you got your spinal twist right here. Drop that shoulder and elbow as far down as you can. Do you believe we spent a half hour on upper body? That's kind of amazing. So let's look forward on this. While you're in this position, I want you to take the top leg and put it behind the bottom leg. And then you can feel that hip really working hard to get down that knee, trying to get down to the floor. For me on this side, it's nearly impossible. For you, it might be like very easy. Then you're going to take it up and try to drop it in front of that other knee. You can open it a little bit and just keep reaching. Then I want you to bring the hand back around, kind of close it up again, and we're going to take it around one more time. Open it up and take it around. So we want to see the benefit of our first stretch by going into a second stretch. So on this one, we're going to extend that top leg and use the other hand to pull it toward your head. So we're creating a long, long, long back by taking this leg forward, right? So the back's getting longer, the glutes are opening up. Then bend the knee, bring yourself into a seated position. We're going to seated butterfly right here and lifting up. And then we're going to put your hands on your toes. We're doing a diagonal to the corner of the ceiling. Elbows can be pushing onto the thighs or not. That's your choice. I like to stretch as many things at once as possible. And bring yourself back up, and then we're going to try to do a forward fold by reaching our hands forward. You don't have to go far. This is a very constricting position for many of us, so you just go as far as you can. Then pull in through the belly and banana on the other side. So we're taking the hands to the top corner of the mat, the feet to the bottom corner of the mat. We're creating alignment. And we're doing that big reach, pushing back, pulling, make sure you're hollowing out through those transverse abdominals at belly and just pushing. Now, you're not looking at the camera or the screen all the time because you want your eyes to follow the stretch, right? And really reach with that opposite arm, the one that's on top. You want to really feel that extra stretch there. All right, you bring your hands forward, bring your knees up. Your head has come onto the floor and you're bringing it around and landing it. Right, reaching that shoulder to the floor as much as you can. Really reach. Breathe into it. Now take the top leg behind the bottom leg. This one's not moving at all. Trying to make it land on the mat. If it can't, it can't. You're just doing the trying part, right? We're just going to do the trying part. It's the action, not the journey, not the destination. Okay, Buddhist stretching. Don't let me be sacrilegious that way. Okay. And then you're going to lift it up and drop it in front. That's more where my flexibility is. Again, it can open up a little bit. to accommodate housing that other knee underneath it. And then restack it, bring it back around, and then we're going to open it up again and then extend that top leg and try to get a little bit more of that extension. So we're lengthening the back quite. And really try to push that shoulder down in the back. I know it's really, really hard to do that. Let's stack, push ourselves back up, and we're in seated butterfly again. Let's see if we've made any progress here. So let's pull up first, extending our backs up. Then hands under the toes for the diagonal. And again, you can push into your thighs with your elbows if you so desire. That's totally optional. Breathe into it. Bring yourself up. And then we're going to try to go into a forward fold, hands forward, and whatever you can do here. And then bring ourselves up. I'd like you to bring one leg in, the other leg straight to the front, right here. And so you're lifting yourself up right here through the front. Your foot is facing the ceiling, so you might need a slight flex to make it do that, because sometimes when we relax it, it drops out to the side. And I want it to point to the ceiling for now so that we get all this beautiful alignment. So take arms out to the side, and we're going first to side bend. Drop down to that foot. Arm comes overhead. 3 breaths. Bring it up, and then you're going to walk across this leg for kind of a child pose on this one leg. Walk it back up and side bend again. Side bend. To the front. Open up that chest to the side. Open up those shoulders to the side. Good. 3rd breath. And then back over that knee. And then bring it up and bring your arms out because we're going into our spinal twist. Put your hand behind, put your hand on your thigh. Big inhale and exhale, open. Big inhale and exhale, open. Big inhale and exhale, open. Now you might find yourself more open today because you've done all these preparatory stretches. Look over your shoulder. Breathe 3 times. Now I want you to just move in toward your hip. You're still past your leg, and walk out as far as you can get to on those elbows. And then walk toward that knee, and then we're going to sweep up onto that leg and do that big baby wild thing stretch. 3 breaths. Then bring it back. Come to the center, and you're coming down into the center fold, not on the leg, into the center fold. Reaching your head across the room again. I want you to really feel how you can elongate what's behind you. Pull in through the belly, curl yourself up, and we're going to switch sides. Nice job. So we're going to open to the side first. Let's get that openness. Yay. 2 and 3. We come down into that side bend. Stretch across. Keep trying to stay as open as you can. Come to the child pose over that leg. Trying to stay attached to the mat. And then bring it up again and over. And then over again. Getting lower, right? And then here we come up into our spinal twist. The arms come out, you come around. And again, you might find yourself open and more erect than you were before. When we do it a little bit colder, bring yourself partway in and walk it down to the mat. 3 breaths. Then curl yourself up and we're going to baby walk. All right, lift up, lift up, lift up. Everything is stretching. Lower yourself down and we center and down to that forward fold in the middle. Curl yourself up, slide that other leg out in front of you, lift yourself up, kind of a seated mountain pose almost. Reach out, I think that's called staff pose. Reach out, palms are facing each other. Reach, 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 reach. Bring it down to cactus. Really open up that chest and then reach, 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 reach. One more time to cactus. And then bring it back up and we incline or come down, descend onto our legs. Put your hands underneath those legs for a little bit more counter stretch. Nice. And slide in. We're going to swing those legs around to the mat and bend our knees and put our hands behind us with our fingers facing our glutes and taking ourselves up into a reverse tabletop. All right, look up at the corner of the ceiling. Lift yourself up as much as you can. You want to feel elongation in the quadriceps and the calves and the back. Good. Hold it right there. You're going to lower down and lift up. Lower down. We're doing 3 of these. And lift up. Lower down and lift up and hold. 3 breaths. Lower down. Keep those feet flat. Walk your back all the way down to the mat. All right, we're going to open up the chest. So elbows into the floor, palms are facing each other, hands are, or the fingers are open. You push into the floor with your elbows. You open your chest and come onto the top of your head. Counter stretching. We did a lot of forward folds, so we got to counter stretch them. Lift, 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 lift. Push into the floor, lower it down, and we curl up just to do something the opposite. Complementary. Pull that belly in. We're going to do 1 more of those sets, but let's hold this for a second. Bring it down, elbows back into the floor, push into it, bring it up, 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 up. And then again, we're going to go here. Hold that belly in. And then lower down. I'm going to crawl a little bit forward so neck version. And lower. All right, we're still going to work on that back a little bit by crossing our legs over the other one. So I'd like you to go to the side of the lower leg first. So if your lower leg is left, go left. If it's right, go right. Arms are out to the side so you have a nice open position. Drop them over. And we're going to breathe 3 times. Feel that hip extension. Doesn't feel amazing? Bring it back. We're going to do that 1 more time. All right, take it over. And bring it back to center and then take it to the other side of the top leg. Breathe 3 times. Keep going. Just let it go. Let it fall. And then bring it back up. Take it over again. Come back to center. Nice job. We're going to take the top leg up, rotate the ankle in one direction and then the other, and we're going to bring it down. Push that other leg out to a flex. This could be very familiar if you're regularly in my classes. We're always hanging out here. We love this position. Now, what I'd like to do with this one, you have the other foot flex. So I'd like you to curl up and push through with your arm. Just see this arm, push through, pushing through. So you're curling that back. So everything I'm doing, even legs, is addressing that upper body today. So it's just really important that we do stuff that gives the upper body a lot of attention. Lower down, you can relax that arm. Good, and then take it out to the side as far as it can go without your glute coming off the floor. Put your arms out again. Good, breathe into it 3 times. And I want you to bring your knee up toward your arm, hold it there so it's a halfway bend, and you're going to feel it in that inner thigh a lot. Breathe 3 times. Then extend it back out again. See if you have any more range of motion. Breathe 3 times. Then slide it back beside the other guy, flex it, and bring the other leg up. Big inhale and exhale, lower. Big inhale and exhale, lower. Nothing's happening here. Big inhale and exhale, lower, and let's hold it here. Make sure we're out in the back of the head and not the top. Now I'd like you to curl up and push that arm across that other leg, down that other leg, looking straight down there. Don't look up at the top leg, look down at the bottom foot. Then bring it down. Good. Take it out to the side. However far you can go. Scoot over a little bit to give it more room. However far you can go without lifting off the floor. Then knee goes up to the released arm. And you hold it there. Feel that way across your pelvis, right? And then extend it again. Take my space here. Because now it's getting longer and I need more space. And then slide it beside the other guy and we bring those legs up. I'd like you to curl up, wrap yourself under those legs. We're going to roll 3 times and you take our legs behind us into plow. So take it back and 1, back and 2. Here we go. Back and 3, and we release into plow. Take it over. All the way over if you can. If you can't, just lie down and put your legs up. If you can touch the floor, cool. If you can't, cool too. You are in this position. You are rolling back. That's what matters. Nice. Now, when we come out of this, I want you to bring yourself up to seated. So we're going to come down slowly through our vertebrae and then bring ourselves all the way up to seated. All right, find your position on the floor that makes you most comfortable. We're going to do some active work before we sign out. So we're going to lift and lift and lift and lift. Nice, good. Lift. We got 4 more sets. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Come to the center. Arms come out to the side. You reach behind you. Lift up. Curl down. Lift up. Curl down. Gets the inner thighs, right? Lift up and curl down. And bring yourself to our position. Let's breathe it up 3 times. Inhale up and down. 2 more up and down. Last time up and down. Thank you for coming to stretching today. We did head to toe, lots of emphasis on the upper body. Good. Feel release.